What I tell people is the best advice I ever came up with is that live your life like you're the hero in your movie. And right now is when the fucking movie starts and your life is a shitbag disaster. I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story. Those are my favorite stories.
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. Marcus Aurelius said, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly." Rock bottom, I think, is probably the best thing that could happen in someone's lifetime. If I'm being perfectly honest, I came here in a very desperate state. I've had these very severe anxiety episodes where I can't sleep, I can't think, I can't eat, I can't do anything. It is as close to hell as I can ever imagine, and I do not wish this upon anybody. But after 6 times of this happening, I said, this is impossible to live like this. I came here not seeing that there was any other option. My sponsor told me to get on my knees and pray my flipping ass off. And he said, I don't care if you believe in God, I don't care how you believe in God, you have to act as if there is something out there that actually cares. Does something care about me? I don't know. I was asking, please show me that you care about me, to this mysterious higher power that they talk about. And my second prayer was, if there is a possible other life, please grant me that life, because this life, it's done. Everything's over. If there is still a life that is possible for me, please grant me that life. I'll take it. I chose to just try another day and try another day. And little by little, I was seeing evidence of miracles, of graceful things, that something was watching out for me. I was granted property. I was granted a fund to build my own home. Help from family and strangers and wonderful people across the country who are having similar struggles. New friends showed up. And reality really might be that strange, where it requires your faith first before these supernatural things show up. Faith is the thing that changes your reality. What we traditionally call meditation or prayer are almost more like a psychotechnology, or lack for a better word, a spell, but for the goodness. And what they're doing is unlocking something in the quantum. We're humbly asking a higher being to help us with things we cannot help ourselves with. One of my teachers says he sees addiction as a soul contract, a very deliberate life choice before you incarnate. There's no halfway. Either you choose reality, you choose truth, beauty, goodness, or you die. And then I guess you try again in your next lifetime. There's a funny thing that happens in consciousness when we know there's no other option. There is nowhere else you can go. This is it. And so either you keep going down the path of addiction, or in some moment of desperation and prayer, maybe not eating for days, fasting, it's in the depths. You're granted a supplemental life, a second chance. And anything after that is a gift. Any mundane or neutral minute after being saved from annihilation, from death, from suicide, from addiction is a freaking gift. When you're in the grips and the gravity of a fatal addiction, no earthly force can help. It has to be a spiritual transformation. It has to be a conversation with reality. Reality with a capital R. And I think it's just only waiting for us to humbly ask and invoke it. If I could have one takeaway for today, it's contemplate grace. These words are overused and they're traditional or religious, but goodness, joy, peace, beauty, these are aspects and essences of a transcendent divinity that are too good and too beautiful to be recognized in the mundane and the profane of this everyday world. The beautiful thing about grace is that when it's granted to you, you will feel, I didn't deserve this. I didn't do anything. I didn't give something up in the first place to receive a gift like this. It's too beautiful and it's too perfect. That's why it's grace. It was just given to me. Yes, that's how grace works. When you're in the depths and the gravity and there's no way out and you say, I can't do this, you're right. You can't do it, but grace can. It just is an unconditional gift and asks nothing in return. It is truly, can only be described as divine. What would you do with your time if you were given a second chance? Would you squander it? There is good out there, and there is hope. It takes a little bit of willingness and asking. What if the only thing left to feel and do is feel gratitude? Glory be to the intelligence that has granted us all this. I hope this message finds you. If you needed it, I hope it was of some help and benefit.